Great Acaryas, an essential subject from Vinaypedia. All these rules and regulations are offered by the Great Series for those who are actually interested in getting admission into the association of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in the transcendental world. One should follow the principles of revealed scriptures with faith and thereby be raised to the platform of knowledge. Only this knowledge will help one become promoted to the transcendental platform of spiritual understanding. In other words, doubtful persons have no status whatsoever in spiritual emancipation. One should therefore follow in the footsteps of great Series who are in the disciplic succession and thereby attain success. Srila Prabhupada's books, lectures, conversations and letters offer a comprehensive presentation of this essential subject as seen in the Vinay's Great Acaryas category. An introduction from his books is given below in the following 10 quotes. Quotes from Srila Prabhupada's books. A candidate for spiritual advancement must be non-violent, must follow in the footsteps of great Series, must always remember the nectar of the pastimes of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, must follow the regulative principles without material desire and, while following the regulative principles, should not blaspheme others. A devotee should lead a very simple life and not be disturbed by the duality of opposing elements. He should learn to tolerate them. Srimad Bhagavatam 4.22. 24. All the great Series strongly recommend that people be given a chance to hear about the Supreme Lord. Then success is assured. The more we cleanse the dirt of material attachment from our hearts, the more we will be attracted by Krishna's name, form, qualities, paraphernalia and activities. This is the sum and substance of the Krishna consciousness movement. Srimad Bhagavatam 5.18. 11. All the great Series, like Nuya, Madhva, Chaitanya, Sarasvati Thakur or even, in other countries, Muhammad, Christ and others, have all extensively glorified the Lord by chanting always and in every place. Because the Lord is all-pervading, it is essential to glorify Him always and everywhere. In the process of glorifying the Lord there should be no restriction of time and space. This is called Santana Dharma or Bhagavata Dharma. Santana means eternal, always and everywhere. Bhagavata means pertaining to Bhagavan, the Lord. Srimad Bhagavatam 2.2. 36. To study the Vedas means to come to the conclusion of the supremacy of the personality of Godhead. Therefore any religious principle which denies the supremacy of the personality of Godhead is not accepted and is called atheism. Atheism means defying the authority of the Vedas and decrying the great Series who teach Vedic scriptures for the benefit of the people in general. Nectar of Devotion, Chapter 7. By following this easy method, one is liberated from the contamination of the material modes of nature, and thus one can certainly cross the ocean of nescience, in which there are many miserable conditions. By following in the footsteps of the great Series, one associates with the Hasas or Paramahasas, those who are completely freed from material contamination. Indeed, by following the instructions of the Series one is always freed from all material contamination, and thus one's life becomes successful, for one reaches the goal of life. Srimad Bhagavatam 7.9. 18. One should therefore follow the principles of revealed scriptures with faith and thereby be raised to the platform of knowledge. Only this knowledge will help one become promoted to the transcendental platform of spiritual understanding. In other words, doubtful persons have no status whatsoever in spiritual emancipation. One should therefore follow in the footsteps of great Series who are in the disciplic succession and thereby attain success. Bhagavad Gita 4.40. Expert religionists know perfectly well how to adjust religious principles in terms of time and place. All the great Series or religious preachers or reformers of the world executed their mission by adjustment of religious principles in terms of time and place. There are different climates and situations in different parts of the world, and if one has to discharge his duties to preach the message of the Lord, he must be expert in adjusting things in terms of the time and place. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.9. 9. Generally the great Series who preach devotional service all over the world belong to the category of Sakyamtmanidhanam. A neophyte devotee cannot actually become a preacher. The neophyte is advised to execute devotional service in the 7 other fields, Rava Kiritanam, etc. If one can successfully execute the preliminary 7 items, he can in the future be situated on the platform of Sakyamtmanidhanam. Srimad Bhagavatam 4.28. 30. On the other hand, there are many so-called devotees who think the Vedanta is not meant for devotees. Such people are ignorant of the fact that the Vedanta is the only platform of pure devotees. Great Sirius and all four Vairava Sampradyas have made commentaries on the Vedanta Astra, but the so-called devotees known as PRK-Tasahajis carefully avoid the study of the Vedanta Astra. The PRK-Tasahajis mistakenly take the pure devotees and Vairava Sirius to be mental speculators or fruitive actors. Consequently, they themselves become MYVDS and leave the service of the Supreme Lord. Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, Chapter 18. By such chanting one is blessed with the competency to chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra without offense. When chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, one should also chant it fully. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Arma, 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 Hare. One should not foolishly adopt any of the slogans concocted by imaginative devotees. If one actually wants to derive the effects of chanting, one must strictly follow the great Sirius. This is confirmed in the Mabh Rada, Mayano Yina Gata Sa Panth. The real path of progress is that which is traversed by great Sirius and authorities. Chaitanya Karatam Ta, DLL 7.168.